Easy Dollar Tree summer ideas for garden decor. U.S. budget, classy plus practical. Hello there, garden dreamers and plant lovers. Welcome back to Earthly Delights, where we believe your home, no matter how big or small, deserves a little magic from nature. If you've ever stood in your kitchen window wishing for more green, if you've stared at your balcony or backyard thinking, I want to grow something beautiful, then this video was made just for you. Whether you're juggling a full-time job and craving a calming plant ritual, or you're a seasoned gardener always on the hunt for clever, affordable ways to upgrade your space, you're in the right place. Today, I'll be sharing some truly easy, creative, and classy Dollar Tree summer ideas that transform your garden or indoor oasis without draining your wallet. So if you love DIY, appreciate beauty on a budget, and believe even the tiniest plant can change a mood, stick around. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our growing family here on Earthly Delights. You're about to be inspired. Part 1. Light up your garden with personality. Let's begin where all magical summer gardens come to life, through the glow of gentle, thoughtful lighting. Because let's face it, there's something enchanting about walking through your garden at dusk and seeing it softly illuminated like a secret retreat. And the best part? You don't need fancy fixtures or expensive outdoor setups to create that feeling. With just a few humble supplies from Dollar Tree, a mason jar, solar light top, and some sparkling glass gems, you can create your own glowing lanterns. Place them along your walkway or in the middle of your potted plants, and by sunset, your space transforms into a warm, inviting haven. That soft light reflecting through the gems, it's pure garden poetry. But we're not stopping there. Hanging baskets filled with trailing blooms and solar lights can become floating beacons of green, perfect for porches and patios. And if you've got an empty wine bottle lying around, why not slip fairy lights inside, wrap it in floral wire, and let it shine as a magical table piece? Because when your garden glows, it doesn't just light up the plants, it lights up your spirit. Ready for more? Let's keep going. Part 2. Miniature magic for small spaces. Now, let's shift from glowing lights to something even more whimsical, tiny worlds filled with imagination and charm. Because no matter the size of your space, there's always room for a little magic. And if you're someone who loves crafting stories with your hands or watching children light up at the sight of gnomes and fairies, this part is especially for you. Start with a basic planter and let it become the canvas for your own miniature gnome village. Add moss, a few Dollar Tree figurines, and maybe even a winding pebble path. Suddenly, that boring corner of your patio becomes a storybook scene. But why stop at the ground level? You can build upward, tiny fairy towers made from stacked, painted tin cans, or even repurposed soup cans turned into tree houses tucked among your plants. These little creations don't just add visual delight, they spark imagination every time you pass by. And of course, no magical mini garden would be complete without a handmade fairy door. A few popsicle sticks, a splash of paint, and suddenly, your fence or tree trunk is a portal to another world. Small space? No problem. Big heart and creativity? That's where the true magic lives. Ready to keep that creative flow going? Let's see what we can do with some everyday planters next. Part 3. Rustic and classy planter makeovers. If your planters are looking tired or mismatched, don't toss them just yet, because with just a little love and a few simple materials, they can become the stars of your garden show. This is where function meets style, and where rustic charm dances effortlessly with a touch of elegance. Imagine taking a plain plastic pot and wrapping it tightly with nautical rope, the texture instantly warming up the space, making it feel earthy and handcrafted. Add a chalkboard label, and suddenly your mint or basil plant becomes a statement piece, both practical and beautiful. Now picture adhesive backsplash tiles, those shiny, glassy kinds, wrapped around a planter like jewelry. Whether you go all around or just create a subtle accent band, the light hits it in all the right ways, elevating even the simplest plant into a centerpiece. And here's a twist: fabric napkins with Velcro. Yes, that's right. You can dress your pots like you dress for the seasons: florals in spring, bold prints in summer, warm tones in fall. Snap them on, snap them off. No soil spills, no repotting. Want something even more personal? Cut old jeans into pockets, attach them to a wooden board, and slide in small herb plants. It's rustic, it's upcycled, and it tells a story. your story. And that's what makes a garden feel like home. Let's keep that creativity going and reach for the sky in the next part. Literally. Part 4, vertical gardens for tight corners. Sometimes all it takes is a shift in perspective. Literally. If you're working with a balcony, a small patio, or even just a sunny fence, going vertical might be the garden solution you've been waiting for. And trust me, the transformation can be incredible. Start with something as simple as recycled soda bottles. Cut and decorate them with colorful gems, then attach them to a wooden board or pallet. Before you know it, you've got a rainbow wall of herbs or succulents bursting with personality. It's vibrant, it's space-saving, and it's totally achievable, even if you're new to gardening. Maybe you have a dish rack you're no longer using. With a coat of paint and a few Dollar Tree baskets secured inside, you've got an instant succulent display. Hang it near your kitchen window or on your fence, and it becomes both art and garden. And here's a clever twist. Repurpose a fabric shoe organizer. Each pocket becomes a mini planter. Just fill them with soil, tuck in your favorite greens, and hang the whole thing on the wall. Suddenly, your space is alive, not just around you, but above and beside you too. Because when floor space is scarce, creativity helps things grow upward, and that's exactly what we're doing. Let's keep this momentum going with some playful touches that bring joy to every corner. Part 5, Playful Garden Art to Spark Joy. Now that we've gone vertical, let's add something every great garden needs: joy. Not just the kind that comes from growing things, but the kind that makes you smile every time you glance outside. That's where playful garden art comes in, and Dollar Tree is full of surprises just waiting to become your next masterpiece. Take smooth river rocks, for example. With a little red and black paint, they transform into cheerful ladybugs, or paint them yellow with bold black stripes to create busy little bees. Scatter them among your pots or flower beds, and suddenly, even the soil feels animated. And why not bring in some friendly faces? Googly eyes on planters, silly grins drawn with a marker. It's low effort, but high charm. You could even make your own garden critter from an upside-down bowl and a few shiny old CDs. Give it frog legs, paint it green, and let it lounge near your flower beds like a tiny guardian. Want something that dances with the breeze? String colorful beads on fishing line and hang them between trees or along an arbor. As sunlight filters through, your garden becomes a mosaic of sparkle and movement. These aren't just decorations, they're expressions of your personality. Little touches that remind you and everyone who visits. This space is alive, not just with plants, but with spirit. Ready to get even more grounded? Let's talk garden organization next. Part 6, Organization for Real Gardeners. Now that we've added whimsy and charm, let's bring in something every plant lover secretly craves: order. Because when your tools, gloves, and labels are scattered all over, it doesn't just slow you down, it steals a bit of that peaceful joy gardening is meant to bring. Let's start with the basics. Plant markers. Dollar Tree mini chalkboards glued onto wooden stakes make labeling your herbs and veggies a breeze. Basil, rosemary, tomatoes, clear, cute, and changeable as your garden evolves. No more guessing what you planted where. But what about those gloves that always seem to vanish right when you need them? Here's a simple fix. Attach small magnets to the back of each glove and stick them to a recycled cookie sheet mounted on your fence or potting bench. Just like that, your gloves are visible, ventilated, and always within reach. Need a place for tools? A painted signboard with hooks can become a rustic chic organizer that keeps trowels, pruning shears, and garden twine exactly where they belong. Or go big with an upcycled pallet. Attach small crates to hold seed packets, gloves, even your favorite garden journal. Because when everything has its place, your mind feels just as refreshed as your garden. And when your hands are free to dig, prune, and plant, without searching through clutter, that's when the real magic happens. Let's keep that momentum going into our next section: practical beauty. Part 7, Functional Features with Flair. Every gardener knows that beauty is just one side of the story. Function matters too. But what if your garden could be both? What if the features that help your plants thrive also added a touch of creativity and style? That's exactly where we're headed now. Imagine a self-watering system made from nothing more than a wine bottle and a plastic funnel. It sounds simple, and it is, but watching your plants stay hydrated without lifting a finger, that's satisfying on a whole other level. It's perfect for busy weeks, summer heat, or those moments when you just need a break. And then there's the sound of water, calming, meditative. With a few stackable plastic bowls and a budget-friendly pump, you can create your own tiered fountain. Decorate it with faux lilies or smooth stones, and you've got a mini oasis bubbling in your backyard. But don't forget your plant markers, those humble little labels that make a big difference. Painted spoons add personality, while macrame holders let your pots dangle in style, freeing up space and catching the eye. And here's a fun twist. Use funnels to create a rain chain. When it rains, water trickles down in a soft, mesmerizing rhythm. Practical, yes, but also beautiful. This is what we love at Earthly Delights, turning utility into art. And next, we're diving into the heart of creativity with recycled projects that breathe new life into forgotten things. Let's go. Part 8. Recycled projects that really work. Let's take a moment to appreciate something truly beautiful, giving old, forgotten objects a second life. Because in the world of gardening, nothing feels more rewarding than turning what would have been trash into a treasure that helps your plants thrive. And if you're someone who hates waste and loves creativity, this part might just become your favorite. That old toy truck tucked in the back of your garage? Imagine it filled with tiny succulents, rolling its way into your garden bed as a playful living sculpture. It's nostalgic, unexpected, and a guaranteed conversation starter. Or maybe you've got a pair of children's boots that no longer fit. Give them a quick rinse, drill a few drainage holes, and suddenly you've got one of the most charming planters on the block. Place them near your entryway or at the base of a tree. They'll bring a smile every time you walk past. And don't overlook simple household items like empty birdhouses. A coat of paint, a sprinkle of decorative gems, and they become both shelter for small birds and joyful splashes of color in your yard. Even a soup can has potential. Stuff it with bamboo napkin rings, wrap it in twine, and you've just created a cozy little bee hotel. Recycled, budget-friendly, and helpful to your pollinator friends. Because every item in your home has the potential to become something magical. All it takes is a shift in how you see it. Let's keep that spirit alive as we turn our attention to the furriest members of your garden family next. Part 9. Pet and critter-friendly zones. Gardens aren't just for people, they're shared spaces. If you've ever caught your cat basking under a bush or watched birds flit through your yard, you know how alive your garden truly is. That's why creating thoughtful, pet and critter-friendly zones adds another layer of heart to your green space. Let's start with the four-legged family members. A raised feeding station made from a painted Dollar Tree tray and a few bricks can turn dinner time into a cleaner, more comfortable ritual for your pets. It looks good, stays tidy, and keeps those bowls off the ground. Win, win, win. And for your feline friends, how about a shaded cat lounge? A laundry basket lined with soft blankets placed beneath a tree or umbrella becomes a breezy nap spot they'll claim as their own. Lightweight and easy to move, it's the perfect summer retreat for your outdoor observer. Even the smallest creatures deserve attention. A bug-repellent lantern made with a citronella candle and glass gems not only keeps pests away, but adds sparkle to your patio. And let's not forget our fluttery guests. Clothespin butterflies with painted coffee filter wings clipped to branches bring color and charm with zero maintenance. Your garden is a living ecosystem, and when you make room for others, it rewards you with joy, balance, and unexpected visitors. Now let's wrap it all together with a few final touches that create true serenity and style. Part 10. Decorative DIY that doubles as Zen space. As we near the end of our garden journey, let's take a breath, deep and slow. Because the final touches you add to your space should do more than decorate. They should calm the mind, ease the spirit, and invite you to pause. This part is all about beauty with purpose, little DIYs that bring peace into your daily rhythm. Picture this, a shallow glass bowl filled with water, scattered with flower petals, and glowing from floating LED candles. It's simple, silent, and soul-soothing. Place it on your outdoor table, and suddenly, even the busiest evening feels like a retreat. Or gather a few clean jars, paint them in soft, translucent colors, and let them catch the morning light. Switch out the palette with the seasons. Pastels for spring, sunset tones for summer, warm ochres for fall. It's your own seasonal rhythm reflected in glass. And for your garden paths, why not add stepping stones made from plaster and pressed with real leaves? These aren't just stepping stones, they're impressions of time, reminders that beauty is found in nature's smallest details. Looking for a mindful moment? Create a tiny Zen garden in a baking pan. Sand, a few pebbles, faux succulents, and a wooden stick become your personal peace corner, ideal for meditating or just unwinding after a long day. Because in the end, your garden should feel like a sanctuary, no matter how big or small, and with just a few personal touches, it truly becomes yours. Let's bring it all home in the final message, just ahead. Grow with heart, not just hands. And just like that, we've reached the end of our garden tour, but maybe it's just the beginning for you. Because whether you followed along with a glue gun in hand or simply gathered ideas for the weekend ahead, I hope you're walking away with more than just DIY tips. I hope you feel empowered to see beauty where others see leftovers, to plant joy, even in the smallest corners, and to believe that gardening isn't about perfection, it's about connection. You see, it doesn't matter if you live in a high-rise with one sunny windowsill or a home with a patch of grass out back. What truly matters is the heart you pour into your space. Each recycled can, each hand-painted rock, each tiny fairy door, it's all part of your story. A garden isn't built in a day, but piece by piece, light by light, memory by memory. So tell me, which idea sparked your curiosity today? Which project are you already dreaming of trying? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to cheer you on. And if this video brought you joy, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Earthly Delights. Because around here, we don't just grow plants. We grow peace, purpose, and beauty, one budget-friendly idea at a time. Until next time, keep blooming in your own way. You've got this.